Okay, we're live for some oxygen not included. I think we're live. We'll start loading the game up. I want to have a look at how its stream's running. It was a little bit choppy yesterday. I think I got my settings all wrong on OBS, but I'm new to this, so bear with me. Fingers crossed it's going to be working in a second. Am I allowed to view my own stream? Does that work? Can you view your own stream? You can certainly look at your own channel. It's not showing me as live yet though. Right, we're back. We're back in the game. We can have a look at things. We're going to make sure we're actually streaming properly first. So let's get them running around normally. They're sleeping now anyway. I thought we'd save this. What's up with her? Hungry. That's okay, there's plenty of food. Plenty of food. Okay, right, let's just search this again. Right, I think it's got me live now. Okay, just want to actually check. Just want to check the strip. I'm dropping everything. Bear with me for a second while I check the stream, make sure it's actually working. Okay. That's the wrong thing. I'm trying to see if I can actually watch my own stream. Turn the volume down to start with, because I know the volume's alright. Yeah, that's looking a lot better actually. That looks like it's running really smooth to me. I don't know what the actual screen quality's like. If you were to watch it in a larger view. Hello, whoever's just dropped in on YouTube, just making sure the stream's running. Let me know what the quality's like if you are watching, because I'm still trying to get it all figured out. But we're playing some oxygen not included anyway, that's what we're doing today. Well, for now, we're starting with some oxygen not included, and we might move to another game in a bit, maybe some astroneer or something like that. But anyway, we're here, right. Care package, copper ore, 2,000 kilograms. I will probably take that because none of these guys have got anything that I want. Welcome to Twitch, whoever's just stopped in. Say hi in the chat if you're around. Playing some oxygen not included first. If you could do me a favour and let me know what the quality of the video's like, I'd appreciate that, because I'm still trying to iron out some Twitch settings. I don't know yesterday why I built all this. I don't know what I was thinking, but I could have just put a water lock in. And I'm really unsure as to why I didn't just do that. Because we're going to have to release some chlorine at some point here now. So I think what we'll do is just put a simple water lock there. We start by securing that all together so no one can go in and out. And then we'll rip this out and we'll put a water lock in. No problems. To do the water lock, we're going to want a tap. What do you call it now? Bottle emptier. That's the word. Okay, spin it. We're going to need it to go. If we take that out, we'll need one underneath. That's the only problem. We'll build it. That's going to be awkward, actually. We'll build it there. That'll be alright. Will it be alright if I take that out? Will we still have a lock? We will still have a lock, won't we? If I deconstruct that block there and then dig out there, there and there. Yeah? Should work. Which means we're going to need to deconstruct these as well. That's fine. Okay, yeah, water lock. Bottle emptier. This seems right. Stick that there. We're going to want to come down from... actually, you know what? That area is kind of... there's bleach stone in there. And we're going to release quite a lot of chlorine into the base here. But we've got a way to deal with it, so we'll let it go. I'm not too worried about it now. We've got quite large amounts of chlorine anyway. We've got pretty much, from what I gather from this. Oh, it says dormant. I think we can somehow fire it back up. If you've just dropped in Twitch on there, I can't talk. If you've just dropped in on Twitch, say hi in the chat. Let me know what the video quality is like, because I'm unsure how it's running today. Right, water lock to replace my stupid mistake I made in the last episode. Like that. That's it. That's all we need, I think. Is that right? Yeah, we'll get them to flesh this out properly after the water lock's built, actually. Although that would... No, we'll do it now. Because it's going to annoy me if that's not done properly. No, not that. Dig, right. I don't even need to dig, do I? I need to get my head switched on today. We can just build directly over that stuff, no problem. That'll do. We're going to want this thing to water. Yep, that'll be good. What do we have in terms of... You see, it was good getting that that copper ore, actually, because it's given us about an extra 20% on what we had, which is really good. What are they doing down here? They're just tidying up. Someone working on this? Yeah, they've done it. Perfect. Right, let's set that to autofill, or whatever it is. Where's the... Enable auto bottling, there we go. Right, so they should now... You know, let's cancel this... Let's cancel this bit of work, because I actually don't want that blocking off at this point. What we probably want to do, though, is block it off there. Deconstruct that. In fact, I can probably build a tile over the top of it, can't I? There we go. No problems. Just make sure they don't trap themselves up there and we'll all be fine. Okay, let's look at some research, because we might need a few things in this episode for what I've got planned. We are possibly going to need some automation. Computers. Yeah, this is like where we start with the automation. So we're definitely going to want signal switches. Okay, so we're definitely going to want that. Possibly this later on. Actually, we might not need that. We're definitely going to need that, though. So there's no reason they can't get to work on that. I can't remember how we were doing for coal when we left off. Consumable ore, coal, 141 grams of coal left. So, not looking fantastic for coal. No. But, I might turn around. We can always turn our hydrogen generator on. Is it hooked up to anything currently? It's hooked up to the upstairs circuit. Let's put it on. Because, yeah, we very much might need that. Okay, yeah, auto bottling is almost done. We just want to improve that a little bit. Yes, it's already dropped down. So we're going to want a slight improvement on that. At least a slight improvement. Let's disable one of these things, because I'm pretty sure we've got enough oxygen in the base. No reason to burn through all our algae for no reason. No, okay. How much have we got in there? We've got almost 10,000 tons. 10,000 tons? 10,000 kilograms of algae, which is excellent. This thing's running fine. So, I just want to keep an eye on this so they don't overfill it with water, but I think we need to go and analyse this thing. So that says that's dormant. I just need to do some experimenting with these things today. That's dormant. Cool steam vent. Skill required operation. Do we have anyone that's got the required skills for that kind of stuff? What's it actually going to require? Field researching. It's going to be this, isn't it? We've got advanced research, but I think we're going to need a field researching. That's going to be the one we need. So, who's our researcher? Harold is our researcher. And he's already got it all, actually, so that's fine. That's fine, we can do that. I think the stream's looking good today. I think we're looking like we've got a decent quality going. It's not jumping around all over the place. But I'm just going to have to guess for now that it's okay. Why aren't they filling this up with water? I want this done on the double, guys. We should put the priority of it up. Once that water's in there, it's not going to go anywhere, so we can just get rid of the pump afterwards. Storage is looking okay. We're going to need to build some more storage at some point, though. Or get rid of some stuff. Start using stuff, maybe. That might be the better option. Coal, 141 grams. Sorry, we still haven't used any more coal. We can speed things up a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy because we haven't got massive amounts of energy and we're going to run out at some point. So, well, we'll leave them to do that for a minute. What I was thinking about doing was re-looking at this hydrogen generator setup. So, just for a bit of context, when I first played this game, it was in pre-alpha early access and was understandably glitchy. Very glitchy, in fact. So, the situation back then was that... Let's see, I can dig right up into here, which I think is the plan. The situation then was that the gas didn't separate properly. So hydrogen should float to the top of your base, and that was a good idea. So you'd put your stuff down the bottom, it'd generate oxygen, the hydrogen would float up, but it didn't work. It got trapped too easily. So the only way to run it was in like a little room like this. And so that's why I've defaulted to just doing this straight away. All this is unnecessary because all those gas problems are obviously fixed. Of course they are. The game's fully released now. They've ironed out all those initial problems. So, we're going to rip all that out and have a situation where all the hydrogen gas just goes straight up here. So we're going to mine all this out. That's the plan. Yeah, and it's a good plan. So, let's get rid of this stuff. Are we filling up this water thing or not? Is there a reason we're not doing it if not? They seem to be prioritising tidying up. Well, she's coming to put some in. There we go. We're going to need a bit more than that, guys. Like maybe one more bottle. She's coming to do some. Brilliant. Good work, guys. We're going to need at least one more bottle. Probably a couple more. Let's leave that going for a minute. What I don't want to do is have them waste water by filling it up too much because it's a relatively valuable thing. It's a valuable commodity for us. The research is finished that we asked for. Still, people are not filling up the thing. There we go. Harold's got some for us. Good old Harold. Oh, they're all coming up with it now in one go. No, we're still going to need some more. Right, speed it up because I just want to get this done. This is right. They can get through that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, see, it drops. You gotta get it. Gotta get it full to a certain amount. I mean, they're doing a good job of tidying the base up. I'll give them that. Coal. We've gone up in coal, interestingly, but the generators are empty. So take that with a pinch of salt. Take that with a pinch of salt. Come on, I want my water lock finished, guys. Come on. And then we can start on the hydrogen area, which is going to be up here. We can avoid all that slime while we do it as well, so that's kind of a good thing. What's the temperature like up here? 45 degrees. It does get a bit warm, so we might want to insulate. Probably do want to insulate. And then the idea is, I'm going to see if we can use this geyser or cold steam vent. I think this is going to generate water for us in unlimited amounts. At least that's what I'm hoping it'll do. Where we got to? Still not done. I'm pretty sure I set the priorities higher on this. Right, we're going to turn it to an 8 for a minute, just so it gets done. How much water does this thing take? I suppose how much water can they carry in a bottle is probably the pertinent question. Maybe I gave him a priority sweeping job before. I might have given him something that's a high priority. Still not there. Oh, there we go. I would say that's... Just watch it for a minute. That's probably enough. Yeah, I think that's enough water in there. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Ah, I kind of want one more bottle though. I do. I want one more. We're going to change all this water setup as well. I've got an idea for this. So, we'll talk about that later. We're going to want to get in here without... How are we going to get in there without going too crazy? We kind of build across here and down into the water. Starvation. It's just someone hungry, isn't it? Or is someone actually trapped? Who's hungry? No, they're not. They're not hungry. They're just being very silly. Let me know on Twitch what the video quality is like. So I'm still trying to mess around with Steam settings. Still very much new to this. Right, that's got some more water in now. I'm gonna now turn that off. No more of anything through that, please. And we'll deconstruct it so it's just not taking up space. I think we get some resources back when we deconstruct stuff like that as well. There we go. We get the sandstone back that makes it groovy. Right, deconstruct that. And then have we got that set to bleach stone? I think we have. Filter's not designated, no. We need to mine it first, that's why. Right. Get in there and dig out those 2 bits of bleach stone for me. Okay, as soon as they're dug out, it'll give me the option of where I want to store it. And I'm going to tell... There we go, right. Slow it down, pause. Don't... Is she putting it away immediately? Not that it really matters, because it'll just jump out again. What is it known as now? It's a raw material, raw mineral, is it? The problem is it only shows you things that you have. Miscellaneous, maybe. No, it's not metal, of course. Is it? I know it's not liquefiable. It turns into gas, so it just... Does anyone know where it goes in the things? Agriculture, maybe? No. Clothing? No. Let's let them run for a minute. Bleachstone. Consumable ore. Okay. There we go. Right. You can't hold bleachstone. Copy settings, and that wants to apply to every storage container we've got. Okay, did it do it up there or not? It should have done it now. What is in there that's kicking off? What's that there? Bleachstone. Okay, so, and then this one is going to hold only bleachstone. Like that. Excellent. Do we have any... Oxalite anyway? No, we don't. Okay. But that means that when that's stored in there, it'll release... can they get down there to do it? They should be able to. I could actually block those off to make that a bit faster for them, thinking about it. But they don't go in there very often anyway, so that should kick off once it's stored in there anyway. It should kick off chlorine gas and up the pressure in here a little bit over time. Yeah, see, there's some in there now. Right. So there should be some chlorine gas come off the top of this. When it kicks it out, that pressure should go up slightly. See, the pressure's dropping a little bit. Well, it seems steady. No, we'll leave it alone for now, but that's where all the bleachstone's going to get stored, basically. Which is cool. Okay. We're going to need to get up there. That's what we're going to need to do next. And work out exactly what this thing does. I don't know what it is. I haven't looked it up. I don't know how it's going to work. But analyze. Have we only got one person who can do the research? Let me just make sure that's the case, because Harold is our only researcher, from what I can see. Excellent. Okay, so eventually Harold's going to get up there and do that analysis. And hopefully not die from chlorine poisoning. We're doing great for food. Food's looking fantastic. Coal is gone. The coal is all gone. Okay. They're still running, so we're not out of power yet. However, we are running out of coal. So let's deconstruct that cable so these things don't soak up power. We could do it maybe just cutting down on power usage temporarily. I mean, this thing's running for us up here, so this is going to power this will power itself for a while. So we've got some leeway. No problems there. So next big job, once Harold's finished. Well, it's not. We don't want to wait for him to finish. Actually, we're going to dig up here. That's right. From there, this is going to lower our oxygen pressure somewhat, but we've got high pressure oxygen in there, so that's going to fill up pretty much 3 times its space. Okay. We want to go pretty high, really, don't we? Because we want all that hydrogen to be right at the top. So how far away from a ladder can we dig? We need to work that out. So we'll set them the task of digging, and we'll see how far they can go. I want to up the priority on this because I want them to kind of do it now. Do it now. Okay. And then we can see how far apart we need to build the ladders to the scaffolding. I think maybe they can dig 2 away from the ladder, which means we would need another ladder there, probably. But I'm not 100% on that. We're going to need to speed this up or it's going to take all day. Is he researching yet? Harold, what are you doing? He's probably just up to something else. Seems to be. Okay. And I'm pretty oh, I thought we got an overlay on them, but it's just night time. I'm pretty sure that I was going to say we're going to get some coal from up here. There's a bit of coal. Not massive amounts. But we're going to get a ton of algae, which is a great news. Where are these eggshells from? What's been up here? Is this thing just laying eggs? Yeah, look, there's a mini one there. We're going to have to take those out at some point. Or trap them somewhere. Can we wrangle them, actually? I don't know. Can you do that? No. Can't wrangle these things. Unless you can at a higher level of wrangling. I'm not completely sure on that. Let's just double check it. What's it under? Farming or something like that? Power. Food. No? Food. Yeah, it's under food. There's, oh. Airborne critter bait. Attracts one type of airborne critter. Single use. Oh. So maybe there is a way to catch them. Maybe there is a way. Interesting. Because they're pretty good for... I mean, you could build a farm up here, couldn't you? And they'd light the whole... They give off so much light. I mean, let's have a look at them. Where's the light in overlay? There we go. Yeah, I mean, if you had like a couple of those, you could grow all kinds of plants. Problem being, they're going to escape as soon as we let them. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to dig any further. Yeah, they're not going to be able to reach that over there. So that means we'll need another ladder there, which was expected, and is no problem. So we'll start off taking them up that high. So it's 4 in between, yeah? We've worked this out now. We're going to have to dig over there first, are we? I'll put the ladder in and dig over to it. We'll take it up to exactly the same level. We can let this chlorine drop, I guess. It's not ideal, but I really do need the space. How's the gas overlay looking? Can we pump any more chlorine out? Whoa, we did lose. We've created kind of a chlorine trap there, actually. Doesn't really matter, but it'll go out eventually. It's all going to head out there. Problem is it's going to wind up in here. And that's not ideal. We could put a couple of airflow tiles in there temporarily. Just to let the chlorine out. But there we go. That's fine. Alright. We need to dig across to there. Dig like that. Like that. We want to dig all this area out like that. Go at least 2 up there like that. Same here. Just dig the whole thing out. Go for it. It needs to be done. Big job. But someone's got to do it. Oh, look at all that coal there. Look at all that. Perfect. That's going to do us really nicely. And we'll go up there. I didn't want to do that. Not with ladders. Cancel button. I meant to dig it. Okay, dig. Dig up there like that. Perfect. We'll take that ladder up as well. I don't know why I stopped actually, because it's going to have to keep running. Ah, it's because there's plants there. Pinch pepper seed. Interesting. Okay, get on with it. So yeah, so what's going to happen to start with is the oxygen is going to thin out a bit around here because it's going to have to go up, fill this out. However, when we start generating hydrogen, it'll all float up there and it'll push the oxygen down as well. So there's no major problems there. That'll just work out fine. Okay, so they've got quite a bit of work to do with that. Oh, he's working on this. Perfect. Okay, just make sure you don't die, Howard. That's all I'll say. Harold, not Howard. He's got popped eardrums. What's the pressure? Oh, the pressure's really high in there. That's going to stress him out, isn't it? Hopefully he gets a bit better as time goes on. Popped eardrums isn't going to make him very happy. He's wet, he's hungry, he's holding his breath. He's in a bad way, guys. But we're getting there with the vent thing. That's fine. We've got people working up here. Working hard. We're going to want to go up even higher if we can. There's no reason for us not just to keep that going pretty high. The higher we are, the more hydrogen we'll be able to keep up there without causing a problem. And also, I'd like to push this up at some point. Although when we rip all this out, we'll have this whole area. So that's pretty good. A bit of water there we can move somehow. There's got to be an easy way to deal with that, I reckon. I hate this slime. Can we get through that anyway without dealing with the slime? I don't think so. We can just get... Let's have a look. Yeah, it's germs everywhere. We get down into it and build a pump in there and pump it out, I suppose, but... Well, actually, that's probably the way to do it. I'm kind of passing that off like it's a bad idea, but it's probably the best way to go. Any of these water pools. You know what? We can cut into here without disturbing the slime, actually. So we can get into that and get all that water out. Get it filtered. And get it straight into our main water supply. That's easy. Is that chlorine coming out of there a little bit more now? Let's have a look at the gas overlay. No, the materials overlay is what I meant. Yeah, we could do is scrubbing a bit of carbon dioxide out of the air. It'll start to drop. Which is actually what this whole thing was for down here, but whilst we've got no coal, I don't necessarily... Our batteries are full there. We could... it does consume a lot of power. It does. Deconstruct some of this stuff just to tidy it up. Deconstruct that as well, actually. That doesn't belong there. We'll build that. We'll put that down here out of the way. New one. Storage. No, that's too high. Cancel that. Storage bin can go there. See, our hydrogen generators are going to go down here. And we'll put our electrolyzer like... Maybe we'll put it there. Oh, we've got a printable. Choose a blueprint. Lava eggs. Clicksters are slimy critters that consume carbon dioxide and exude crude oil. I mean, I had those before and I think they died or something, but yeah, we could. And we don't want any new dupes right now, I don't think. Not while we're struggling with power still. Which we hopefully won't be soon. Hopefully soon we'll be looking very good for power. We're going to have ways for that hydrogen to flow through the whole base. So the question is, where are we going to put that electrolyzer? Possibly up here. We're going to pump water all the way up to it. That's the only problem if we do that. And then we'll pump the hydrogen all the way down. But not a major problem. We could put it there. I have a couple of them. Put them in different places. Maybe one there. And one. We could have one there. Well, it's all going to end up in the same place eventually. We don't want hydrogen really flowing into the bedrooms though. That's the issue. So we could just have a couple of them there. I mean, it's going to. We'll push the air pressure down. We can always pump it around the base a little bit if we get into major problems. Honestly, it seems pretty good. And we'd only need one air pump running to pump the oxygen all around the base. We turn it on and off. I think that'll be alright. Dig these out, guys. Oh, we busted all that oxygen open. Excellent. Alright. This is going swimmingly. We can go even higher without running into any problems. So, let's do it. I mean, why not? I do want to widen this up as well. We may as well, while we're here. It's probably the time to do it, because we can actually build stuff up here. So, we're going to build some ladders up here. Alright, build that up to the same level. We don't want to cut into here. Although, there's chlorine at the bottom. The chlorine's not going to go anywhere if we cut into there, actually. We could actually use that hydrogen. There's a pretty large amount of hydrogen up there. Right, anyway, let's carry on with this. Digging up. And we won't go crazy there just yet. We can still go up here some more as well. So let's do it while we can. So 1, 2 across. Yeah, cool. Can they actually get up there? They can? I think they can. We'll stick another ladder there just in case. But yeah, a lot of work to do, guys. A lot of work. More chlorine and more chlorine. I do have concerns about the chlorine, but I mean, it's not a major issue. And we could just move the pump there for a bit. And start pumping it all out. That won't be too difficult. Just like deconstruct. We need plumbing overlay, don't we? That's what we need. Yeah, deconstruct the pump. Can't do it in that view. Deconstruct that. And build a new one. Let's get this overlay on before we do it, actually. Where is it now? Materials overlay. Let's build the new pump. Plumbing. No. Ventilation. Gas pump. Let's build it there. And just wire it in. Wire. Like that. And then all we need to do is plumb it into the other side of the yeah, like this. It just needs to go like flipping it. Calm down. Like that. Easily done. Let's get rid of all the rubbish that we don't need, huh? Like this wire, for instance. Actually, we did need the wire. But not the way it was anyway. It just needs to get hooked into that. There you go, no problems. And then that should do the same thing as we were doing before. Pump all that chlorine away. It's going to work pretty quickly, actually. Oh, it should. Yeah, it pumps a load of chlorine off. Doesn't actually do that much before it runs out of gas anyway, but... Hey, we can leave it running for a bit. No problems there. We got any coal? Oh, we've picked up quite a bit from mining out here already, I think. We've got all this to get still. It's going to be large amounts of coal. All this here. All this lovely coal. Okay, we'll go up even higher then, right. Base. That is hydrogen, so that's not a problem. We want that. We want that up here. We actually do want the hydrogen. How high are we going to go now? Just kind of like there. And same thing. Like that. Same again. Again. And again. Okay, right. Then we got the digging. Big jobs. We're not digging up the other side yet, are we? No. Alright. Go. That's probably as high as we'll go, because I don't want to get too carried away. And we might just bring it in a bit. Work up there. But that's definitely somewhere for all our hydrogen to escape to. We're going to need to probably insulate it as well, thinking about this. That's not going to be a bad idea at all. Big job, though. What do we have to use to insulate stuff? It uses 400 sandstone. What have we got a lot of? We've got 83 tons of sandstone. 193 tons of igneous rock. 185 tons of granite. Just going to increase the decor. Decor plus overheat temperature plus 15. Slow heating. Overheat temperature plus 15. Thermally reactive. So what does that mean? Decor. Low thermal conductivity of insulated tiles that slows any heat passing through them. That doesn't change. All it changes is this slow heating. Materials require a large amount of energy to raise in temperature and therefore heat and cool slowly. I think that's not a problem. We'll use that stuff, I reckon. Do we want to go up there? No, I don't think we do, actually. Where's our heat coming from? That's what I want to work out. Where's the... Let's go temperature overlay. So the heat kind of is really all up here. It gets pretty hot when you start getting up here. And that's cool. What we got over here? Minus 29. Oh, we got an ice biome or something. Is that always cool, that? No, we got some pretty cold spots up here. Oh, this might be something we want to actually get into here. It's like minus 19. We can go and have a look at these areas. Thermal wise, that heat is coming from... It's kind of coming from this area here. I'm not going to be operating up here too much. You know what? I'm going to leave the insulation for now and just see how we get on. We need to sort this stuff out. Otherwise, we're going to start running into problems. Okay, we could almost start with our thermal generation already. We're going to go up to these places. We're going to unleash all this hydrogen. Unleash it, should I say? I think so. So any hydrogen should raise up there now, which is great. How's our stuff doing down here? Materials overlay. It's actually handled a decent amount of that chlorine. I don't know if we're actually getting rid of any anymore. Oh, it's still pumping little bits out. to be fair to it, the pressure's gone up in there, which is good. But I don't think we're... Being said, we're achieving a fair bit. It is moving over there still, isn't it? That's why it's kind of slowly dropping. Let's we'll deactivate it just for a little bit. Wire deconstruct. It's probably easier to do that than it is to try and shut it all down or something. We've got loads and loads of coal at the moment, so power's not going to be a problem. Which means for now, you know what I say, I'm going to leave it running, so we're going to deconstruct the whole thing in a minute anyway. It would do well to burn through all that hydrogen just to get it done. Right, ladders. Let me fix this situation. Because there's some gaps, some insurmountable gaps cropping up around here. At least that gets that sorted. This chlorine's all going to drop out. We're just going to have to deal with it. But like I said, not actually a major problem to deal with. It's actually quite a good issue to have. Food is going fantastically. So much so. Oh, I never told that to hold coal anymore, did I? We need to get that sorted, actually. Consumable ore, it only holds coal. Done. Done. Dun dun dun. That's storing chlorine stone. Bleached. Oh! Oh, I didn't even check this. Look. Analysis complete. They've completed their analysis and compiled their findings. Do I have to do something? Eruption period. 331 seconds every active period. 61.9 cycles every 108 cycles. Do I do something with it or not? I don't know. What's Harold doing? Is he just building all that stuff for me? Is he getting busy up here? That needs fixing. This was a big task I've given him, and to be fair, a lot of the oxygen's probably going to start disappearing up there. Seeing as we're getting power now, let's get this stuff sorted down here. Right. Because we'll have it on, I mean, we're going to go down any further? Probably not. We probably want to just dig down like that and have it kind of embedded in there so that even with the carbon dioxide falling down to this lowest level here, it all kind of gathers there to get scrubbed out the air. And we can start getting rid of some of that again. Alright. Sam, how's it going? Nice to see you again. Look at the base. Same world. I've managed to keep him alive. 212 cycles. My mouse isn't working properly. What's happening? Can't zoom out. Someone said it was like Alt S. Is that right? Oh yeah, I can just do that then. Yeah, look. We're looking pretty good. I'll show you the oxygen overlay and all that kind of stuff. Boom! Got all this carbon dioxide down here, but we're about to start dealing with that. Oops. Going to start hydrogen generation. They're digging out all this. Hydrogen's going to fill this area up, and we're going to pump it down, use it to power the hydrogen generators. We've got this hatch farm here. We talked about this the other day. That's looking pretty good. We've got all these hatches giving us coal. So we're going to have a mix of coal and hydrogen. We've got this chlorine, which is... Yeah, turn that back on for a sec, because that's pumping some of that chlorine away. We're going to have to keep dealing with that as it comes up. It's not a massive problem, so I'm not too worried about it. And we're about to build down here the... what do you call it? It's in refinement, is it? No, it's in oxygen. The carbon skimmer. That's what I wanted. So we have a carbon skimmer. We need a filtration thing. That's in refinement. a water sieve. Okay. It's all going to be like one thing. And then, we want to just hook them up. Got to power it. They both need power? I imagine so. Yeah. But it doesn't have to be pretty because we're just... I'm probably... No, I'm going to have to run it up there, aren't I? Probably do it from in there, I think. Pretty sure they can get it to there. Yeah, we'll run it up there. Which circuits are pulling power? Let's have a quick look at them. CH is a pest. Small light packets. Yeah, it is, but I'm not really that bothered about it because I can just kind of sort it out as I'm going along. It's not coming out of nowhere. I've had to cut in some pockets up here. I couldn't really be bothered to deal with them properly, so I just thought I'd let them fall. Wherever they end up sitting, in between the CO2 and the oxygen, I'll just I'll let them. I'll just pick it up at some point then. I can move this pump around and just get it done. But it's not making them suffocate or anything like that. And when we start scrubbing this CO2, it'll probably drop even further. So that's good. The gas overlay. Yeah, so we're pumping it into our chlorine room over here. And it's upping the pressure of the chlorine in this room. But I don't want to keep it running unless there's like large amounts of it to pump. Although I've got coal at the moment, I'm actually coal rich currently. Well, I say rich, I've got 10 tons of it. So it'll last me until the hydrogen gets online at least. Oh yeah, I was powering this thing up, wasn't I? The circuits. That's got... why has that not got any load whatsoever? Oh, it was only powering those things. Okay, well we'll just tap into that then, no problem. Right, let's if we can deconstruct that, get rid of it just to tidy it up. And... bam. Into that. Okay. Dig. Walking through the occasional CH is kind of good. Kills germs, cleans your air some. Yeah, I did see something about that. It's probably not a bad idea. And having it... oh, is my germs gone or are they still in there? We've got a few germs left in the water. The water got contaminated again somehow. Well, I say somehow. Incompetence, I think, is the actual answer. Base. Ladder. Connect. We're going to need to hook that one up there. I'm interested in what's up here. Because, oh yeah, there we go. There's a cold biome. Ice biome. And there's another ice biome over there. Because we're going to have to start looking at base cooling at some point. Yeah, we'll probably just leave a bit of it floating around. And I mean, because... I was panicking a bit because when I started playing the game before, all the gas mechanics were broken. So that's the reason the hydrogen setup's like this. So I didn't even think about it. This is how you had to do it. Because if you did it in your base, you just have hydrogen in your base and it'd suffocate all the dupes. There's no way to get around it. So that's why I ended up with this enclosed hydrogen setup. But I've since been looking at this and it's completely unnecessary. You can just let it all float up a big funnel. And that saves a lot of messing about. So I'm going to have the hydrogen, what do you call them now? What are they called? Electrolyzers. There you go. Going to have 2 electrolyzers there. And they're just going to pump hydrogen up here. And the oxygen will stay in the base. That's the plan at least. Obviously, this is going to require an increased air pressure. But I think once we've got this hydrogen power, we'll be able to cope with it. And obviously we've got coal as well as a backup. So I think that'll work okay. What is that noise? What is that? It sounds really mechanical. Can you hear that? Maybe it's just part of the in-game music or something. Maybe there's something up there. Strange. Is that polluted water? What is that? Salt water. We're going to need to do with something with that when we get up there, aren't we? I want to get rid of it somehow. What are we going to do with it? Oh yeah, look at this ice here. So we can use that for some base cooling. There is a buried POI. What's a POI now? Point of interest. Neutronium. Yeah, I'm still a noob here. Neutronium. Oh, a fossil. What's the neutronium look like? I've heard of it. A buried POI. Is that what's making the noises? Neutronium. Was it when I was looking over at the ice? Oh, look, a Weezewort. Top left of the dig. Here. Phosphorite. Oh, what's that? I know. It's metal. Neutronium, neutronium, neutronium. F3. It would appear cooler. F3. Oh, I see. I didn't know that was a hotkey for that. Oh, neutronium. So what does it do? Special, immeasurable. Neutronium is a mysterious and extremely resilient metallic element. It cannot be excavated by any duplicate mining tool. Oh, so is that going to get in the way then? I'm not going to be able to get rid of it. Not that it really matters, it's just going to look messy. I wonder what it does. Centre of the dig, really. The blue Snickers bar. I can't get rid of it, but is there going to be something in it? I can dig around it. How wide's this whole thing going to be? I think I was going to start narrowing it out here anyway, to be fair, so I'll probably just run up this side of it. Sand. Just decide what to do with this salt water before I do that. I could I'll probably dig up the side of it and drain it off into there, and then just not go over there. And that's probably my easy. Yeah, get that to drop into there as well. Dig up the side into there like that. Yeah, we'll do that. Sounds like a plan. So, ladder up from there up to there. Dig like that. Get in there. Probably going to need to ladder down, because you know what they're like. And then dig across there to get rid of it. Is that bleach stone? Yeah, we'll dig that out while we're at it as well, because it's good stuff and it gives that water somewhere to go. And then that can all drain into there, and then when we've done that, we'll cut a hole there. Let it all drain out. Could be anything, hot, cold, or deadly. So it could be a cold water geyser, which would solve all my problems that I've ever had for cooling the base off. Or it could be something really awful. Should I err on the side of caution with it, or is it like a nothing wagered, nothing gained type scenario? Or do we just work around it and pretend we never saw the thing? Base. We need some ladders there. What are the ladders actually made out of? Sandstone. That's why I'm running out of sandstone then. I'm not actually running out of sandstone really. But we might have less sandstone than we have igneous rock, which we've got loads and loads of. I don't think I can get the... Can I get these to eat that? Will they eat that type of rock? No, I don't think they will they? No. I think you can get the stone hatches to eat it, though. Have a save, and you can box it up. Hatches will eat igneous rock. Yeah. Oh, the stone hatches will, I think, but the normal hatches won't. Is that right? Let's just double check the feeder. So we've got... what have I done that for? Right, stone hatch. The stone hatches will eat it, but the regular hatches will not eat it. I don't think, anyway. Well, then maybe they will. No, they won't. Sedimentary rock they'll eat. Okay, never mind. Yeah, the stone hatch, yeah. Well, if we ever get a stone hatch egg, then we might start swapping one of these sets out for stone hatches. But at the moment, we're actually doing okay. 23 tons of coal. That's going to keep us going for a while. And I think once we get the hydrogen up and running, the hatches will produce more than enough coal. They can't get to that, can they? For what we need to do. That should do the job. They actually can't get to any of this right now. It's going to start taking them longer to get up and down there than it is to dig it out, isn't it? What's going on? Ladder. But I'm happy with the way things are going. Just make sure there's nothing horrid happening. No one's stressed. We've got way more food than we need. And we've got... What is all that? Is that just carbon dioxide? Yeah, it's fine. It'll just sink. Oh, we need to finish off that thing. Did they finish building that for me? Or are there some wires they can't get to? Why is that unreachable? It's unreachable because the ladder doesn't go up there. But now it should be perfectly reachable. Right, yeah, we need to finish off this plumbing. We're going to have a liquid pipe. So that's going to go to there. That's going to go to there. And it'll just run by itself. But we need to get some water in there first. So, the way we'll do that is with a temporary setup where we have some... just like that. And then a bottle pump. And we'll just do enough. We're going to need a water pump. Where are they? Liquid pump. And a bottle emptier. And power it up. Like that. Fire pole time. Oh yeah, that's a good idea actually. Get a platform up there. But did I not do this already? No, I must have completely forgotten what I was doing. We don't want a Drecklet. We don't want any new people right now. Or do we? Medicine and construction. Strength and machinery. Can't do building errands. But he's got increased strength. I mean, we could take a new duplicant. Strength and machinery. Might not be a bad idea. Although we haven't got any bedrooms at the moment, so no, let's leave it. But we need to actually reject it. Reject all. We'll take one when the power's sorted out. Yeah. This is what we need to be doing. That needs to be plumbed in temporarily as well. We'll get rid of all this afterwards. We've done this before anyway. In. Out. In. Like that. Who's suffocating? Is it real? Yep, it is. She's stuck. How did she get stuck? Because that block's not built. That's why. So what do we need to get her out? In fact, why is she stuck? Doesn't really make any sense, does it? Or she's just not moved yet. She can just run across there and up there. What's wrong? No, she's just standing there. What's the issue? She could just run. I could tell it's... Has the Atmos suit got oxygen in it? It has. She can just get that, can't she? Assigned. Okay. Right, now why isn't she leaving? That's what I'm stuck on. That was a really... It was really lucky that I dumped that Atmos suit down there 2 days ago and forgot about it. I can't work out why she can't get out. Is there like... Well, what if we just give that a 9 and get him down here to do it? And she should just be able to jump across then. Go. It's not let that get too low. Well, health's going back up as well. Did we prioritise it or not? Why can't she get out? Oh, is that ladder not go anywhere? Okay. The ladder doesn't go anywhere. That's hilarious. Okay. Right. My fault. There we go. That should be out of there in no time now. Let's prioritise the ladder so she can definitely escape. Yeah, plenty of time. Plenty of time. And that's why no one was building this stuff either, so they couldn't get up there. I was saying plenty of time, but no one seems to be coming. It's now night time. Should probably actually last in that suit. She's got the entire suit tank. She's sleeping in the suit. She's got the entire suit tank and stuff. We could always stick it as a red alert if it gets to the point where she's back on her own oxygen again. No, I'm going to leave that for a minute. They'll sort it out, I'm sure. I'm going to trust the dupes to handle this one. Or am I? Someone's got to do it. There we go. Made a mess, of course. Where did that happen, actually? Oh, yeah, it was her down here. Right, cool. Mop. I expected that to happen. Oh, she's in the suit. That's why, isn't it? Alright. She can breathe now, anyway. Take the suit off, by the way. Where's she gone? Take the suit off. Right. Unequipped suit. Yeah, so when she unequipped the suit, it's, yeah, spilled water everywhere. Okay, clean that up. Clean up that mess. Liquid. Or water. I suppose, yeah, water's fine. Put water in there. We need to enable auto bottling here as well. They're so suicidal. Yeah. They've got no concept of self-preservation, have they? They just love to build themselves into corners. We're working our way up there. That's actually looking pretty good. Is there a reason why they haven't got any higher there? Yeah, there's a reason they haven't got ladders to stand on. There we go. Fine, that'll do. Are we getting bottled water down here or not? Why isn't that being built? Awaiting delivery of copper ore. Do I not have the copper ore? Is that a problem? Plumbing. No, I have copper ore. Not massive amounts of it, but we have it. So why isn't it being built? Are they just prioritising other stuff? There we go. They're doing it now. No problem. Okay. I should probably start taking out useless ladders like this at some point. In fact, let's get them to do it. Take out like the top 2 rungs. In fact, they can do like 3 upwards, I think, can't they? Still not built, but it will be. And when it is, we'll be able to pump a little bit of water in this air just to get things running. And then it'll just run itself. And it'll start scrubbing out the carbon dioxide. And I know it'll work because we did it before and we took it apart. Is there water there or something, or is that just chlorine? The chlorine has... Are we still getting rid of some of it? Yeah, I mean, it's still pumping out a bit of chlorine now and then. The pressure in here is raised considerably. This chlorine room's actually looking pretty good. I accidentally cut into the vacuum that was down there, and all the chlorine got sucked in. So it lowered the pressure right down. But right now... Oh yeah, we need to be keeping an eye when they come up here, don't they? So we think it's above or below the neutronium. Is that how you know where... I mean, has this thing got neutronium in it? Oh right, yeah, see that vent sitting on top of neutronium. Interesting. So is this one on neutronium as well? I didn't even know this was a thing. Yeah, it is, look. Okay. So there's probably something on top of that then. It's probably something that always centered on top. Right, okay. It's definitely not underneath it then. So we could just... Oh, should we make a save now? So we've got one if we need it. Saved. Okay. Because they'll probably end up there today. What's happening down here? Have they pumped any water into that thing yet? No. Why not? Because I didn't select... No, I did select a liquid. I turned on auto bottling. Maybe we should need to up the priority a little bit. But now we've got all these coal generators running properly, it probably would be a good idea to start scrubbing some of this CO2 out of the air. There's another one in the bottom right. Yeah, we actually don't... Do we need any more than that, or is that enough to get that thing running? I've actually put too much in already. Don't put any more in. Whoops. Okay, I've screwed that up. Right. No liquids, please. None. Okay. I think I might have put too much liquid in there. Liquid overlay. Yeah, it's jammed. Okay. Not a major problem. We just need to... I mean, we can mop up this water once we get it out of there. Deconstruct. Deconstruct these pipes. That's it. All that stuff can be ripped out. And then... I mean, we don't even need this running at full capacity. If we deconstruct that bit of pipe there... and then reconstruct it, it'll be an empty bit of pipe. And hopefully it'll be enough to get that running. End of the day though. Yeah. Oh, the pump's disconnected now anyway. There was more. Did you say there was another thing of neutronium? Bottom right. So there's that thing there. There's some more, is there? Yeah, I really had no idea this was a thing. So are there a lot of hidden ones, or are most of it? Oh look, there's some. What's this? Saltwater geyser. So that's water. There's probably a way to distill that. Ah. Right, so we've got more of these things than I thought we had. Ah, there's another one here, look. Oh, there's some... What is that? A cool steam vent. So that's another cool steam vent. It's just buried. Oh, wow. It is hot. It is. But I can use it for the electrolyzer because it deletes heat. At least that's what I read. Did they rebuild that pipe for me? No, they did not. They're doing it now, though. That is running. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. That is now scrubbing the carbon dioxide. How fast is it going to work? Pretty fast. That's lowering it pretty quick. Is it? Anyway, it's doing its job. Let's just deconstruct all that to keep things neat. We don't want to mess about with any of this stuff again. Let's do this so I don't actually accidentally deconstruct all the wires and things like that like I normally do. Deconstruct and then pipe work. There isn't any, so that's fine. That'll do its job. Cool steamer, nice. So just above the water geyser to the right from the bottom there is another point of interest. So just from there to the right at the bottom. I don't see it from the water geyser. Geyser or geyser? It's the other point of it. Above. Oh yeah. What could this be? Could be anything, couldn't it? We'll go and check that out very soon. For sure. Let's put... oh, that's like supposed to be my... the kill room for the excess hatches. How many are in there now? There's 9 in there. Is there really? There can't be. I can only see 3. They're all on top of each other, aren't they? There's only so many spots they can take up. Right. Well. We'll put a ladder across the top of there. This will do. I'll find out a way to get over there and look at that. Well, I've got the other one to look at first as well, so I'm not going to rush into this. We'll put like a airlock or something so only one of them gets killed if it turns out to be deadly. Start digging across like that. Okay, cool. How are we looking up there? Oh, I probably missed it, haven't I? I bet they've uncovered it and not even told me. I'm over the other way. I'm losing track. Oh no, they haven't quite gone over. What? How have I messed up so badly? Where did all that salt water go? Is that all it is there? Oh no. Okay, no, it's actually not too bad. As long as it doesn't go into my... There's quite a lot of it all over the base. There's too much liquid to mop up. There's no way to put a pump or anything. Let's just take that tile out there. They're going to need ladders to get up there, but yeah. And then we'll sort it out afterwards. Right, deconstruct. Start mopping up before it gets any worse, okay? It's a priority mop. Mop up the base. Mop up here. Stupid. Okay, well, these things happen as far as incidents can go. Reload the set. Yeah, I think I'll just deal with it. I can't be bothered to reload. Uh-oh. What is it? Oh, it's a... This is exactly what I wanted for Christmas. A cool slush geyser. We need to like do something about this water before we start using this, though. I don't know how it works, but it's going to chuck out cold slush. Is that the long and short of it? And we can use it to cool off the base. See if this water's really cool. That's excellent. Okay. Yeah, we can mop that now at least. Mop. This is all fixable eventually. Why is this stuff not functioning? No power. Why is there no power? Because I disconnected the cable when I did that. Okay. Fill it up. This is okay. This is we can fix this. Just needs sweeping is all. And they're working on it. Is there some there as well? Yeah, there is. Can you just sweep the whole base, please? What do we got as a printable? I don't know if I can actually reload it now. Can I? Load. 21:27. It was only 3 minutes ago. Was that the save? Go on then. Load the game. Why not, hey? Why not? I don't actually know how that happened. I imagine it was just user error. But I thought I'd done it right. I did. Loading. Oh, there's a delay, isn't there, on the... There's not much of a delay. It's weird, the loading screen seems to delay and the rest of it doesn't. So... no, it already happened. Oh well. Was there another load point? Load. No, I've only got the one. Well, never mind. Just close that down. We'll sort it. It's no major problem. In fact... Oh, it's because it's not paused currently. We'll find a better way to do it. Salt water. Mop. The cycle before. Is there a way to do that? I don't think you could choose your cycles, could you? Oh. Okay. The cycle before. That's so this is 220. So this is where. Right, 219. I had no idea you could do that. That's good news. Okay. We're loading back in. Hopefully the salt water is not everywhere. If you're one of the people that's just dropped in on YouTube, say hi in the chat. Oh, by the way, Sam, what's the quality like? I messed around. Well, I've got the new internet, actually. That's the main thing that we were talking about. But also, I mucked about with the settings in OBS. Ha. It was user error after all. Okay. Cancel that ladder, please. Let's take it over here to be safe. Okay. Right, because the plan was good, it just wasn't executed properly. The salt water dumped a crap load of heat into your base. Did it? Yeah, because the water holds like 4 times the amount of heat. Yeah. As the gas, doesn't it? Or more, even more so. A lot more so, actually. So hot water in the base is a really bad idea. Hot gas isn't so much of a problem. We're still paused. There we go. Alright. What's this from? Oh, this is just from taking the pipes apart and stuff, isn't it? They're going to put that back together. That starts running. We already sorted all that out. No problemo. Nice sea of water. Is it 90 degrees C? I wasn't really looking at it. It's funny that it's that hot. 14 degrees C. I don't know. But anyhow. We can just let him get on with that. Look at all this stuff that's fallen down from up there. I'm going to need more storage for all that. Oh well. A problem for another time. Right now. I want to get this working. Why is it not? There we go. They're going to get on it. They're just having their breakfast, probably. Alright, that runs nicely. Deconstruct. Oh, actually, we're going to do it like this, weren't we? Like that. Like that. Yeah, so how is the quality? Is it running alright? Is the game look like it's smooth? Because I streamed with the new internet yesterday, and it looked like it was jumping. Well, I know it was jumping, so I looked at the playback afterwards. And I think I'd got the bitrate set too high, so I've changed that now. Just say output temperature. Oh, bit framey there for a second. The geyser. Yeah, they haven't got to it yet. Click on the geyser. Or you mean the one down here? This one. Steam. 110 degrees Celsius down there. Only option is 720. Yeah, I think I'm not set to. But it's not. Is it smooth? Obviously, the quality is not going to be the best, but it's not too jumpy. I can up the. Yeah, I wanted to make sure it was smooth first, and then maybe up the quality. So I'm running at just under 1080, which I guess is going to mean that it defaults to 720 if you've got like the. That's just going to be the nearest option. Care package, coal. I think I'm going to take coal because fuel's a big thing. Increased bladder and decreased germ resistance. Don't really want them. Really smooth for a forced 720. Yeah, I'll up it to 1080 next time and see how that goes. I'm running it. I've got a 10 megabyte upload speed now, so I'm running kind of well within that. 2500 bit rate. I want them to go in here. Come on. Middle left was that salt geyser. Won't be able to watch it. Little buffer. Oh right, okay. So can you not just lower it to 720 if it's? I don't. You know, I'm not very clever. Well, I'm clever in some ways, but not the computer ways. The salt water geyser. Where was it now? This thing. 66 degree water coming out of that. 66 degrees. Are you up here working yet? Oh yeah, we're about to go in. It's kind of a shame to mix all the salt. Well, I mean, you can just drain it off. I want this this nice cold slush water. The upload bitrate dictates it to some degree. Right, okay. But it runs alright at 720. I'll have a look back on it later and see if the quality's good enough. 720. I don't know. To me, like I'm not like a big. You know, I'm not like a sucker for bit rates and things like that. I just, if it's viewable, I'll watch it. Which is probably not the right attitude to have, but it's just the way I am. Yeah, I did that with this one up here. This is actually, yeah, you can help me with this. Where is it now? This. Yeah, I could put a little weather vane thing on here. But it just says analysis complete, which is like a button. It doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't tell me any more information as far as I can see. Overpressure idle in 0.3 cycles. Alright, it's because the pressure's at 5 kilograms in here, which is really, really high. But that's a chlorine one. So I was thinking about maybe turning that into the new chlorine room. I suppose I need to be careful about releasing that stuff because it would overrun the base very quickly, wouldn't it? And there'd be no way to shut it off. I suppose I could build a box around it. Okay. You know what? Poker shell, what do you do? They're non-hostile creatures that eat polluted dirt and rock piles. Do they give it... Oh, that's not a bad thing necessarily, is it? Okay, let's get them to dig down a little bit. What's this here? Salt water. They can dig into that, actually. Why not? That would be a good way to get rid of all this salt water out of the way for a bit. So, they can dig down like that. There you go. They should be okay with that. Oh, that's what all that noise was, wasn't it? It was this thing. This is going to tell me how cool it is. Look at that. Produces water. Polluted water. But it's not germy, is it? It's just polluted, so I can filter it. Every 390 seconds at minus 10 degrees. That's amazing. So, we could create ourselves a very cold reservoir. And then use that for base cooling, maybe. I think that's a great idea. Personally. See, I could filter some of it into my... I could run it through a sieve into my main water tank. Are the germs gone? Almost. And then when that runs through the base, it'd be really cool water and it'd cool the base down. Too cold to be germy. Yeah. So, should I get the guy up there to analyse it? Or should we dig it out a bit more first? Where is it? I've got lost. Where am I? There I am. We should probably... Yeah, let's get this drained off first as well. Get it done. We were going to get him to dig up there, weren't we, as well, actually. Just taking those out should do the trick. I don't think that's going to be salt water, is it? No, it's not going to be salt water. And then I'll box that off. And that salt water can just stay out of the way. Oh, it's got the polluted water in with it as well. So how does that affect the temperature now? It's like unveiled. Yeah, it's cooling it off, isn't it? Look. Yeah, look, 13, 14. Even here, these rocks, I'm sure, were like 40 degrees before. Okay. Check the right side one. Just have a save. I'll just go back to the day before if it goes... No, I'll do a save, you're right, yeah. The right side one. The right... Oh, down here, you mean? This one. Are they working their way over to it? Down. Here. Oh, this was before I built the stuff, wasn't it? I forgot we reloaded. No. And then... Ladder. Said we were going to build an airlock door. Because... Probably not necessary, it just seems like the thing to do. I mean, if it's gas, I suppose it would be good not to have it all pouring out. It makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, and then dig like that to get started, and we'll work our way down to it like that. Is that slime? Yeah, dang it. We'll go over the top of the slime. I'd rather not to deal with slime right now. Like that. We can ladder down to it. So yeah, that'll do. Ladder down. Won't let me build ladders there. Oh, is it because that's where the thing's going to be? So I might have to go to the side of it, actually. That might be the way to do this. POI spawn cold. In fact, yeah, what if I look at the temperature? They're always cold, so that's cold. Okay, I'm going to build over the top of it. Dig over the top of it, sorry, that's what I'm trying to say. Like that. And then we'll drop down there. That should work. Yeah. And then we can start looking at digging it out. Alrighty. While that's going on, let's have another look up here. Oh, I thought we'd lost it then. I thought it had gone. We can kind of mop this out now, probably. Just to get it done. Yeah, that'll be fine. Mop, mop. Can need a ladder. Boom. And then... Oh, I still wanted to dig down again, didn't I? So I'm going to need to probably get in there. Put like a ladder there. And then dig out a bunch more of that. That'll do. I think the crab's going to die. This thing, poker shell. Yeah, well... He's ugly. No, I don't know. They're alright. Another cold biome. I think eventually we're not going to need these wheezeworts. Oh, look. The hydrogen is actually all gone. I thought it was going to last me a while. How am I doing for coal these days? 32 tons. And obviously it's going down relatively slowly because of the hatches. So that should last me quite a while. Rest in peace, crab. That's it. He was obviously made looking that way for a reason. Oh, I need to do something. Alright, cool. That's all sorted now. So we can dig that out fully now. Like that. And then probably just box that off because we can. Oh yeah, it's actually going now, isn't it? Oh, look at that cold liquid that's coming out of there. Lovely cool air. Because the base was getting a little bit hot in places. Well, that being said, it's looking really good around the middle. But we have got all these wheezeworts going that are burning up all our phosphorus. So eventually that's going to be a problem. And we could do with cooling down here. So we can get all that sorted out. We'll just pump some of the cold water around here. Analyse it before you box it. Yeah, I was only boxing in the salt water. I need to get old Harold up here to do some analysing. Probably dig out a reservoir underneath it actually and just have it all here. Although that being said, if I could find a way to drop it, analyse. If we find a way to drop it into the base somewhere, it'd probably be better because they could get to it to easily do things with it. Maybe like I could somehow get it down into here. Well, that's going to be more electricity pumping it down there, isn't it? Unless I just let it drop somewhere. Like I maybe use this area. Oh, that's the slime there, isn't there? This is really in the way. It is really in the way. Or we could pump it into this cold biome. Anyway, I should probably get on with making the hydrogen setup. Where are we going to send it? That's the question. Probably, I mean, probably cut it off here. Although I don't want this necessarily filling up with hydrogen. Where am I going to stop it? Because at the moment, it's all going to go up there, isn't it? They almost opened the other one. Oh. Have they? Just go and have a look. They're getting there, yeah. Right. So, what's the oxygen looking like in there? Oh, of course, we'll carbon dioxide atmosphere down here, isn't it? Is this thing running still? Yeah. Let's have a look at how that's going. Oh yeah, look how low the pressure is. I mean, it's all going to condense down on top of it. But it will. Yeah, look how that's dropped. There's no point having that on at the moment. It's just burning energy unnecessarily. Deconstruct the wire. No, not that wire. No! Okay, cancel. Power. Deconstruct that wire, please. Okay. Where are they? Almost there. Let's see what it is. It's just taking them a while. Is the power requirement okay? Insufficient oxygen generation. Well, while we've got power and loads of algae, which, by the way, we're going to need a second storage bin for, actually, because we've run out of storage for algae at the moment. Let's enable this. Just so we can start getting that air pressure back up a little bit, because it did drop a bit, I think. What's it look like? Well, it's not looking really thin anywhere, but... I had no idea these things existed. I was looking for just something like this out in the open. I knew these were a thing. I just didn't know they had to spawn on top of this neutronium stuff. Right, you're down there. Let's start giving it a bit of a dig, and we'll see. It's night time. Did they build me that thing that I just asked for? They did. Thanks, guys. What's it called again? Consumable ore. No. It's under organic algae. Excellent. It's 10 critters there now. See, the original plan was they'd kill the critters for food. But we've got way more food than we need. Choose a blueprint. Curative tablet. Or 100 kilograms of oxylite. I mean, the oxylite's going to give us some oxygen. But I haven't got any medicine, so we'll get that. Oxygen's not going to be a problem soon, because we've got loads and loads of unlimited sources of water. Which is fantastic. See, what I could do, here's an idea. Depending how much water this thing's going to produce, which is a fair amount by the look of it, because it's already starting to fill this area up. It's 11 degrees, so the water's actually heating up. But that makes sense, because you've got all this next to it, which is really hot. All this above it, which is really hot. He's still working on that. Okay, I hope he doesn't drown. He's got to go and get a breath. Cold slush is sweet. AF. Yes. Well, I say it. Oh, what is it? Uh-oh. It looks... Let's mine out another couple of bits. It looks strange. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a volcano. No, stop. Cancel. What do I do? This does not seem like it would be a good thing. I can't fill it in. Would you reload and just leave that uncovered? What do you think? A massive volcano that periodically erupts with molten lava. Magma at 1726 degrees Celsius. We definitely don't want that uncovered. It is not a good thing. Is it not going to destroy the whole base? No, I'm reloading. Load. And we're not going to uncover that. We need to put a big warning sign on it, otherwise I'm going to forget about it eventually and dig it up again. Load game. Play it out. I think if that erupted, surely that would just be the end of my game. Like 2,000 degrees of liquid coming out every couple of days and just ruining. Yeah, good idea. Imagine if you just started the game and you didn't know, you know, that was a thing. Or if I was playing this and I wasn't on stream, I'd have just opened that up for sure. I'd have been like, ah, a volcano, how nice. Right, we're back to this again, aren't we? Oh, is it randomised again? Ah, I don't want muck root. It's awful. isn't it? None of these are good. Reject all. I don't need the calories. Liquefy my base. Yeah, it'd be terrible. Is he working on that yet? I'd already... He's on someone's head. I thought he looked like he was sitting on someone's head for a second there. Oh, he's got like a little eyes underneath. Oh no, I haven't stopped him, have I? Uh-oh. The edge of it is poking out. Does that matter? Can't quite work it out. I don't think that matters. I think if I leave that alone, it'll be okay. Just, yeah. Just in case any of them start going back in there at the wrong time. First buffer. I'm just going to check the I'm going to check the stream on my phone, just see how it's looking. Yeah, it seems like it's gone a bit jumpy to me now. And I don't quite know how to fix that. When I got the bit rate low, why would it be slow? Why would it be so slow? Hi. Welcome back. Yeah, this looks a bit framey to me now. It's not running very smoothly. I don't know why. I don't think I'm going to do to fix it. I don't know what I can mess about with whilst the stream's running. Like, can I change the settings while it's running? It's probably not a good idea, is it? Maybe I can. It's probably not the best thing to do. Maybe I can change it. It's giving me the options to. Oh, actually, it looks like it's sped up a little bit again now, but... that issue might have been on my end. Or maybe it was on the world's end. Output. Bitrate 2500. Yeah, I can't mess with it whilst the stream's running. Welcome, welcome. Whoever's just dropped in on Twitch, we're playing Oxygen Not Included. And it's all going swimmingly. We found a cold water. Not cold water. Cold slush vent. Is it what it's called? Cold slush geyser. Someone help me out with the pronunciation there. Which is, we're going to have to deal with that soon, actually, because it's starting to produce more water than we initially intended it to. I know how we can deal with this. We can have some way of getting up there and round to it from, say, down here somewhere. And that's going to stop the whole thing from filling up with hydrogen. Maybe cut out an area under here for it to fill up with water. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, yeah, it's funny. I mean, I suppose it's because it's what all the famous streamers and stuff do, isn't it? They're super high res rates and things like that. Yeah, let's actually, before we do that, let's build these as a higher priority around the outside so that they'll do that first. I'll have that like that. Why is that not building? Did I not? That is going to cut into there, isn't it, if I do that? Is it? It's the blue liquid tanks. You can throw a pump in and send it to tank. Oh, yeah, yeah, I can, can't I? The reservoir things. Oh, yeah? Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I'll set up an area. So, will they give off... well, I say give off. Will they absorb heat out of the air? The reservoir tanks? I imagine they probably will, won't they? Because those are a similar temperature to the air temperature in this room. Which makes a lot of sense. They become big radiators. Yes. I like that idea. And you can turn it on and off, can't you? So you could circle all the water around it and then off into somewhere else, like into a cold water supply somewhere, into fresh water. Yeah, I like the idea. I like it a lot. So we can have a couple of those reservoirs down in this really hot area down the bottom. I think the pipes do the same thing, so we can have a couple, or even just one. Have one big one in here, then run a couple of pipes around it as well. Yes. This sounds like an amazing plan. Alright. But first, just cancel that one for a second, because I don't quite know what I'm doing there. Let's build these first. And then I wanted them across the bottom as well. Because I want a lot somewhere to kind of store a decent amount of it first. Like that. That'll be fine. Make it so. Play. Okay, get that done. I didn't want them to dig it out first. I wanted them to do this first, which is why I changed the priority on it. But they're not listening to me. I don't want all that water falling down to the base. Mind you, do they delete the rock? They do, don't they? They delete it first, then build it in afterwards. Genuinely, who's suffocating? Are you stuck in there or not? For real? He is, isn't he? He's actually stuck. God dang it, Harold. He might actually die here. So, let's do this. Actually, let's be economical about it. We don't need that, do we? We only need that, and we only need that. That's all he's going to need to escape. And then let's change the priority on that to red alert level, because we need to get it done. Yellow alert even, is that? They should be able to do that. See if they can sort it before he flipping suffocates. See, why are they working on that before they do that now? That's no good, guys. I need you to save Harold. If he dies, I will, yeah. I don't like reloading, really. I seem to be doing it a lot lately. What are they doing? They could easily get in there and save him. Oh, it's because they've had to come all the way up the ladder with the materials. That's what's caused that. Come on, Harold. Get out of there. Get out of there, for God's sake. There's air waiting just over here for you. Yes, he's alive. Woo! And now they're going to build him in there. Okay, I think you can get in and out now, though. Alright. Excellent. Good work. Harold's alive. Long commutes. Yeah, you know what? That fireman's pole probably would start to come in handy sometime very soon. But what I'm going to do is build a route to get into here from the side. So we'll have like an airlock here, something like that, and you can go up. Put some kind of... What I'm going to want is below the hydrogen level, so that when they open the airlock, oxygen goes in there. So the hydrogen level's probably going to cut it up here like this. So we'll probably kind of make this the lowest hydrogen level. So we'll put an airlock in there, or even a pneumatic door. Actually, no, let's go for an air. We'll go for an airlock for now. We can always stick a couple of tiles in there or something to let the air through, or change it later. So if we go there, there's definitely going to be enough room. Dig like that. I'm just going to want a ladder that runs up there. Like that. And then there'll be a route to get into it across there like that. And then we'll seal all that up. And we'll be able to have like kind of the smooth area for all the hydrogen to come into. At least that's the plan. Okay. Is there a reason they can't build to that? It's unreachable. We're going to need a bit of scaffolding in there. Okay. That should do that. Is that unreachable? It is. That should do that. Alright. Okay. I was going to play another game today, but this is so addictive. I was like... I came on the stream and I was like... oh, we'll play a bit of Oxygen Not Included. And then maybe some Astroneer. But I don't think we'll be playing Astroneer today. Unless something goes horribly wrong with our colony. In which case I'll be too sad to play. And I'll have to change game. Oh, that's the bit that fell out, isn't it? But I bet it's cold. That's the good thing. And it's... Well, it is what it is. Mop. Everything's looking good. Everything is looking pretty good. The oxygen's looking good. How many germs are in here now? 17 million germs. Luckily, it is contained pretty much to that room, but I need to deal with that sooner or later. I'll tell you what I could do to fix that. Chlorine gas. I could get some chlorine in that room. Since I've got so much of it all over the place. I'll work that out sooner or later. We could turn that into an airlock. And then cut up into there maybe. Pump all the other gas out. Possibly. Change that to a water lock. There's a couple of things to look at there. Alright. That's going to get built soon enough. I wish they would finish this stuff off. Because then I could dig the rest of this out. And I'd have my icy cold water. Erupts in 0.3 cycles. So I don't need to do anything to it now. I now know what it does. That's all that wind weather vane thing does. I'm really going to need some more storage soon. So much chlorine all over the place. That's the problem. I'm going to have to deal with it if I open up into it. Probably don't actually need this thing running anymore, do I? The chlorine level... Sorry, the carbon dioxide level's really low. Is it even running anyway? No, yeah, it is, just slowly. I don't know why I'm on such a slow speed, actually. This area is going to be carbon dioxide rich because there's no way to actually vent it out yet. But we'll get there. I really want to switch to hydrogen power soon. We've got the smart batteries and things. I wanted to start messing about with that as well. Let's get some research done if we haven't. Do we have smart batteries? Automation stuff we've got. It's just in power, isn't it? Power, no. Is it? That's gases, that's why. Liquids, medicine, colony, solid. Power. Power. Research that, please. Some smart batteries. That'll do us nicely. Yeah, you can stay. You can stay for a while. There's a hatch running around the place. Probably eating all our stone and whatnot. They've not got free, have they? No, they're all still in there. 10 of them. Those are incubating slowly. Okay. Right then. How are we getting on up here? Is it happening? It's happening. Alright, cool. Dig out like this. This place is absolutely full of CO2. But it's all going to drop out into the base as we allow it to, which will be great. It won't be a problem at all. Yeah, just keep working, guys. Keep working. It's all going well. How are we doing for resources? Coal, 34 tons. Plenty of coal. Plenty. It's going to take us a decent amount of time to run out of that. So much coal that our coal thing is full of coal. So we'll put some more storage bins down here. Also, need to tidy up a little bit because I don't like the way this is set up currently. I like, where are we going to put the hydrogen generators? Maybe just there and there. So deconstruct what you just did because that's not a good place for them. We will put them somewhere else. Maybe like just bring more airflow tiles out like that. There's no reason why we can't do that. Probably get rid of these Weezewarts soon as well, so we'll have some more space down there. But for now, we'll put another couple of storage bins in. Like that. Our hydrogen generators, we may as well start building them because we're going to be using them soon enough. They're going to be there. And we need another airflow tile. There. Okay. Probably be replacing all those batteries with smart batteries pretty soon. Distribute down the west, cool that way. They become big radiators and that water is cold. Like giant ice cubes sitting around with thermosensors. Except when it all melts. It won't melt though, will it? Because it's not ice. That's the problem if you fill up the storage bins with like solid ice. They melt. And all the water pours out of the storage bins. But if we've just got radiators full of... not radiators, that's what you've called them. If we've got reservoirs full of just the water, the polluted water can't freeze, can it? So as long as we leave it in polluted form, it'll stay... it'll stay in liquid form. If we purify it without warming it up first, that's when we'll start running into problems with it freezing, I think. Oh, the coal biome. Ah. All the ice is going to melt. Right. Okay. There's a way to deal with that, isn't there? Let's not let the CO2 fall out then. Let's tile over there like that. And just dig that piece of ice out because I've actually got somewhere to put the ice. I've got some storage bins in the water down here. Come on, mouse. I'm going to need to get a new mouse. I've got some storage bins there that they are the only place where ice can be stored. So that'll sort that out. Once they've got this done... Uh-oh. Well, that's not looking good. pause that for a second. Don't dig all that out. Stop, 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 stop. Cancel. Glad I spotted that. Leaving the volcano buried. Yeah, I think so. Well, I reloaded the save because it's just there. You can just see the edge of it. Can't click on it or anything though. Where's the challenge? Having a live volcano in the base is a bit too much of a challenge for me. This is my first ever what do you call it? Colony? Since the update. So I think that I don't need that much of a challenge. Hydrogen is already gathering. Perfect. Okay. So what we're going to want to do is eventually we want to take that out. So we'll take the ladder up to the top. Like that. Just... No, that's fine actually. We're going to want to dig out like that. Okay. And then we're going to want to fill that gap in once we've got another access route. I'm probably just going to leave all the ladders in because, that being said, it is annoying, but it's going to take so long to deconstruct them all. We could really do with getting rid of that stuff. And possibly like starting to plug up the sides a little bit up here so there's nowhere for like the hydrogen to... Not that it really matters, but I suppose it's going to keep it somewhat neat. We might actually build some buildings up here depending how the hydrogen seems to go up. So if we keep the hydrogen generators over this side, the electrolyzers, sorry, then hopefully we can build some stuff over here and the hydrogen won't be constantly flowing through it. Can they analyse the cold slush? They did it, didn't they? This stuff. You mean this? Analysis is complete. So that's it, isn't it? It doesn't do anything else as far as I'm aware. Is that right? I mean, I could be wrong. They did. Oh, right, yeah, yeah. That must have been when you had your buffering issues. Alright, we can finish digging this out now as well, can't we? There we go. Like that. Perfect. There's bleach stone in there as well. Oh, more coal. I didn't even spot that. How did I not spot it? I knew it needed digging out. And yet, I didn't do it. We're going to have to ladder up into it a little bit more as well. So this is going to be the main route in and out eventually. So we'll also put a fire pole in there for quick access. Alright. Okay, we're going to change those for airflow tiles all the way along. I don't know why I've got mesh tiles there though. And that ladder can go. There's really no point having that there anymore. Just to neaten it up a little bit. Deconstruct. Is there one right at the bottom? Yeah, there is. Okay. It tells you more info. Yeah, it tells you like the... Oh, there's a flipping shine bug there, isn't there? Is that going to start causing problems? Oh, look at this decor. Look how good the decor is. I love it. Could do with maybe getting in some other places. Maybe making the hatch rooms a little bit nicer. Because the ranchers do spend a fair bit of time in there grooming the hatches. That's straight, isn't it? There's no holes in the side there. And yeah, that's what we want. That's all done. As soon as that ladder's done, which it is, we've got another route in and out, I think. Without too much hassle. Oh, I need to sort this out, don't I? They're not going to be able to dig that out. A ladder. Let's just prioritise this first so they don't get themselves stuck, hopefully. Okay, so I think I can seal that now. Pretty sure that's okay to do. And then, yeah, that's okay. That can be cancelled. There's no reason to do that. That's all looking alright to me now. That looks pretty good. I think... What's that? Growth halted? Yeah, I don't care. We can work on the plumbing from here. We can use these ladders actually to plumb stuff down. Because we're going to have to send all the gas down as well anyway. So we could do with having the ladders in still. Unrefrigerated food, that's fine. That's fine. How's the oxygen looking in the base? Is it dropping? It is actually. It's starting to push down a bit. Obviously we've had to fill all this area up here as well. So that's taken up a bit of it. So it has got a bit thin down there. And this stuff's not running. Which was our main source of oxygen. The reason it's not running is... no idea. It should be running. Because this thing's not running. Because the coal generators aren't switched on. Why are the coal generators not switched on? The batteries are empty. What's happening? Choose a blueprint. Decreased calories. No. 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 We'll take the algae because it's always good to have. Why are these not fueled up? I mean, to be fair, I've got... Oh, he's doing it now. I've got them set to come on really low, so maybe we should up that to like 30% or something like that. So they start demanding fuel when there's a little bit more need for it. A little bit less need for it, sorry, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So that is going to start running again now, is it? Building... Oh no, that one's supposed to run. Pump not in gas. What's happened? What? What's all that? Cut. What's happened there? Have I cut the pipe somehow? Oh, right, okay. When did I... No? Yes? Oh, we've run out of water. Alright, okay. Never mind. I'm going insane. Okay. The electrolyzers need to get some water. And I thought I'd use this water from down here. So, to do that, we're going to need to get into there. Ideally without disturbing any of the slime, but it looks like that might not be an option. You can click the number field and enter a hash. Press enter, it makes H2O. Makes hot O2. Hot. Yes! So I did some research on this. But it doesn't matter because it releases the oxygen at the same temperature as the water or there and thereabouts. However, like a block of water is like 1,000 kilograms, whereas like a block of air is like 1,000 grams, usually, something around that point. So it's like 10% of the heat. So you're actually deleting heat out of the water, and then use some other method to cool it. But you can then pipe the water back into this and like send heat into it. So like basically the hotter you can use it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry, yeah. The slime should be pretty baked. That's a good idea. Germs. Oh, yes, sweet. So the slime's not really giving off any germs. Nice one. Okay, right. Let's just do it then. Dig into there, please. Dig out that slime. Bam. We'll stick an airlock door in because I don't want like necessarily hot gas coming out the room. Not in any kind of huge amounts anyway. We need something down there, don't we? A ladder for now. Stick a tile there. Kind of sort that out like that. That should do it. No germs, just get in the water. Yes. Excellent news. The only thing I need to watch out for is, are they going to get killed when the thing goes off? I need to get one of them over there to analyse it, don't I, as well? That's another thing that needs to be done. Do I need to do anything special here? Just get in the water, immerse it. The pump. What's happening? Nothing. We'll put the pump down here, I guess. Yeah, it's not letting off any germs or anything like that. Put the pump at the lowest point of the thing. Just get it in the water. Just immerse it in the water. The slime, yeah. I think once the germs have gone out of it, it's probably alright, isn't it? Because you can use it then to distill it into algae or something like that. Liquid pump. We'll go like that. We'll ladder down there. Oh yeah, that was stupid. Alright. Right, okay. Let's go high with those tiles. Right, it's going to stick her in there, isn't it? Deconstruct that airlock. We'll go one higher. Dig that out. That slime's actually got some germs in it still, so I want to kind of avoid. That being said, 61 degrees. It may still give off gas. Oh, you know what? They're going to go and put it in that thing, aren't they, as well? They're going to stick it in here with the other slime, so it's going to get... Well, anyway, it doesn't look like it's not putting germs everywhere, so... There's only a few in this one. What's the oxygen like in there? It's breathable. So it's pure oxygen in there, so if we expose it to that, that probably should be okay. I want someone to deconstruct this door relatively quickly before they start building themselves in there. Dig this stuff out as well then. Go on. Deconstruct the door, man. Oh, it's because everything else is set to a high priority, that's why. There you go, it's going to be done now. Okay, right, the door's out. We want to go higher with the door. Maybe even higher still. I wish I hadn't done all this. Just dig this out for now. We're going to lose all this oxygen, aren't we? That's the problem. Yeah. The original plan was good, but just wasn't quite what we needed. Okay, yeah, that's probably not a good thing. Let's put polluted water in there with it. Damn it. Can I mop it? Can you mop that kind of polluted water out? No. Ah. Do you know what? Did I do all this in one day? I'm going to load that because I just completely cuffed that whole thing. That was a complete mess. And while that's loading, I'm just going to get a quick break here and grab a drink. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, we're back. I'll tell you what I did realise while I was gone. This is still... It's before I completely messed it up though, isn't it, at least? I know how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to have a wall up there. Just like that. Yeah, that'll do. And then this tiny bit of lost water. It's pure anyway. It's just going to get... I mean, it's hot. So it's not ideal, but it's just going to get dumped into... Yeah, I'm just going to do it like that. Right, cancel that nonsense then. Okay. Yeah, what I remember when I was away was... I'm going to need insulated pipes. Because transferring hot water through the base is a terrible idea. However, turning that water into gas, fantastic idea. I reckon. We'll see. It shouldn't make much of a difference to the temperature in the base having hot gas. Because things like the piping around the base should keep it cool. Might need to extend our plumbing a little bit to make that happen. But there's no reason that would cause us any kind of problem. Maybe bring that up there, round there and into there. Yeah. And then we make sure this water stays pretty cool, which is already quite cool. 20 degrees. Nice, cool water. Yeah, no, don't. I can see what you're about to do. I can see what you're doing. Don't do it. You're about to trap her in there. You absolute maniacs. Right, you're going to need to dig this out as a higher priority to start with. So, dig there, please. And we're going to need some ladders to get in and out. There we go, like that. And like that. Okay. Go. There we go. They've let her out. Yeah, actually, they're getting heat stroke and stuff from being in there. That's not particularly cool, is it? See, look, you're still building that before. Oh, it's because the priority on the things is lower. Right. Make that higher. And then get on with it. We just want to get the electricity down there to start with. So what circuits are we running here that are taxing? I think this. What's this actually taking? What's our potential load on the circuit? It's only 240 watt potential load at the moment. So running that off it is easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. wire. Let's mop that then, because that's just going to get annoying. But there'll be a way to deal with that somehow. Maybe leveling that off. Like that. Might do the trick. Because it's going to have all that room to fill up then. Okay. What was I just doing before that? This. Electrics. Electrics into the thing. Yeah, okay. Right. Wire. We will take the wire from where it's easiest to get. Which is there. Down. Like that. Into the pump. Okay. And we're going to need plumbing. So, that's going to have to be insulated pipe. Now, we'll just do it out of whatever we've got the most of. So, rather than sandstone, let's make it this. Because we've got loads and loads of it. Igneous rock. Okay. What's going to be the best way to run this? I mean, I don't want it to interfere with the other pipes. I want it to kind of... I think the easiest way is going to be to just bridge that and then send it all the way up there into the electrolyzers. The other option is to have the electrolyzers near the bottom of the base. I'll maybe have them here. And then I'm not having to send the water that far. Maybe we'll start with one there. See how it goes. There's no real reason not to, is there? Hydrogen's going to go up around this stuff. Hopefully won't get into the bedrooms too much. We'll try it. It's not like it pumps off like clouds of it in one go, is it? Moving the electrodes is easier. Yeah, like bringing them down. Well, I haven't even built them yet. Oh, I'm not sending it up to that one. That's going to get destroyed. I'm just we're starting again with those. Build a hydrogen channel. What? Just tile channel. Could do. I thought we'd just see how it. I mean, it's all going to go up in the end anyway, isn't it? So we'll have one here. How hard is it going to be to plumb into that? Shouldn't be too difficult at all. Where is it now? Plumbing. Insulated pipe. We've got the igneous tile selected. So, we go from there. Straight up like that. Probably. Go back a bit actually. Where's the door? Did I take the door out? Where did the airlock go? Well, there can be a new one. Can I mop that yet? Is it thin enough? It better be. Well, I suppose I can cut across there if I... actually, I can't because of the slime. Right. Mop. Yep, that's moppable. Perfect. Alright. Pipe him. The hydrogen will do the work for you. A chimney of sorts it can curve even. Yeah, well we'll see how it runs and then we can I can't be able to take the pipe all the way up there. Probably gonna be better if I take like a ladder up there so we can do this. Because I know they can build inside there because of the okay. If we go up here, I'm going to need to jump that pipe in a second because of that. So let's go back one. Yep, that was weird. We'll build a liquid bridge over there. Plumbing, a liquid bridge. In, out. Like that. Insulate pipe. Bam. Just like that. that should be fine. Right, are there any bits of this that are unreachable? Just that there, which is fine and understandable. So once they've built those, that should be reachable. Then we could do with getting the guy in here to... Can we just build some ladders over there? Will we be able to analyse it from there? I don't want him to die while analysing it, that's my only concern. Why isn't this being mopped yet? This is fresh oxygen, sorry, fresh water, isn't it, yeah? So they can go and put that away into the actual water tank. Auto bottler off. Why is it off? No, just auto bottles off. That needs electricity as well. So power. What circuits have we got available to us? Let's have a look. We got this one that's running that pump, and it's also running the cooker. So it's got a potential load of 300. So there's plenty of room on that circuit. Okay, ideal. So we'll just hook into that. No problems. Done. How's our stuff up here going? Yeah, this is all done. This is all good. They've got their route in and out. What are they doing at the moment? Just tidying up. That's fine. So we're going to want a pump in there at some point. May as well tell them to do it at some point soon. What is that liquid like? Oh, look at that. Lovely cold water. Lovely. So, liquid reservoir. No, sorry. I want a pump. Plumbing. Liquid pump. We'll get one built in there ready. Okay. What's happening? Oh, we've got a thing. Choose a blueprint. No. They excrete lumps of slime. That's definitely something we don't want. Reject all. Okay, did our research ever get finished? To be fair, the amount of times I reloaded the research might never have actually got started. Let's double check that. Power. No, it did. Got started and finished. The only thing that we're not doing here, we're not getting ready for, is the ore that we're going to need to build these batteries. Not ore, it's refined metal it needs, isn't it? Copper. Actually got quite a bit of refined metal. It's probably enough to build enough batteries. You know, I left that thing running for ages, didn't I? That's why, by accident. Build a tile dry dock over the analysed spot. Yeah. Oh, where is he? I forgot about it. Oh, you can't build next to it. Yeah. Of course. So, this cold water stuff here. Let's get the hydrogen running first, because what we're going to need also is we're going to need an air pump up here, aren't we? So the air pump is going to have to be up here. Gas pump. The gas pump is going to pump the hydrogen all the way back down the bottom of the base to the hydrogen generators. How are we going to do that? Doesn't matter what temperature it is. Gas pipe. We're going to have to jump that if we go that way. Or, yeah, we're going to have to hop over that. That's kind of unnecessary. We can fiddle around with that after. Hydrogen's going to come down here. So, I mean, we can just hop over that there if we want to. There's no real reason not to. Straight up. Liquid bridge over that. And then straight up on these ladders. Okay, yeah. That sounds good. So let's do it like that then. Straight down here. Right, gas bridge. Pipe into it. And out. Down the ladder. Down there. That's fine, yeah. Oh, ideal. Yeah, perfect. Into that. And then we need another hydrogen generator over the other side. Have 2 of them. 2 of these guys on the go. What's going on with the power? Why is that flashing? Not quite sure. Is it just showing there's power going into it or something? Probably. Okay, so that's a gas pipe that needs to get built up there. Is any of it unreachable? No, it all looks like it's going to be okay. Just give that another quick check. It's going to come across here. Oh, I've built a load of it already. Right, we're going to need power up there as well. So, we can kind of run that in exactly the same way. But off this circuit, because we're going to get rid of all of this. This is all going to go. So the current load on that circuit is a potential 1500, but we're getting rid of all this stuff here. So that's not going to be too much of an issue. May as well disable one of those now at least, because we're going to have one of these running very soon. In fact, is there a reason it's not running yet? What's going on with it? Power. Why is there no power going to it? There should be. Is there no power wire connected? Alright, okay, they just haven't built the last bit of power wire. Is that all it is? Is that... Get on with it. Okay, yeah, power. Let's get that wired up. So we can go from... I'm going to want to neaten all this up as well. But... in fact, if we're going to do that... Yeah, let's take that to there, because this is all going to come out. And we may as well just run it on top of the pipe to make it easy. I'm just realising that we don't want to be building this. I know why they haven't built it, because we're out of copper ore. That's why. Yeah, we need to switch to different material if we're going to be doing that. So let's change it to what we got the most of now. I don't know, even is that iron ore? Alright, they should build that now. Whoops. There's probably all the pipe work actually. I bet that's made out of copper ore as well, isn't it? Bet it is. It's made out of sandstone actually, which I suppose is a bit better. Right, okay. Wire out of iron. What we're going to do here, we're going to run it straight up there. Went wrong right at the end. Right, deconstruct. Cancel even. And then, I mean, we'll get some back from deconstructing the wire, I think. That's how it works anyway. So this bit of wire here can be deconstructed. Let's can that and that. That's now unnecessary. Yeah, that being said, we do need to... Yeah, we got some copper back of that. It does need to hook in somehow. We'll leave those running for a minute because we don't want the oxygen to all disappear. And then literally all this stuff can be... I mean, all this can be deconstructed around here. So deconstruct those things. They're going to give us some metal back. Yeah, pretty much just everything. This is all defunct now. Everything can go pretty much. All this pipe work can be ripped out. The ladders kind of need to stay for a minute, but other than that, they're okay. Alright, leave them to it. That's a construction errand. Why are they not doing it? Okay, quick change needs to be made there. So I just need to deconstruct. In fact, I don't need to deconstruct. I'm just rebuild. No problem. To build over the top like that. Easy. The only downside is they're not going to be able to get up there, but we can just put a ladder there, and that'll be fine. Change these to coal. Consumable ore. Coal. Because that's why I built them in the first place. How are we doing for coal? 40 tons of coal. Plenty. That's only going to get better once we start running off hydrogen. Is the electrolyzer running yet? That's my question. It's not, because it says it's got an empty pipe. Why does it have an empty pipe there? Should be. Okay, that's not built yet, that's why. Is there a reason that's not done? I mean, digging that out might be important. He's almost finished with the analysing. He just keeps getting heat stroke and having to run off. This seems a bit stupid, the way they have to get in and out of here. Actually, I might have to... Although, having said, I don't really want them coming in and out of here unless they absolutely have to. Is there power going to that pump or not? There is. Is this thing running anymore? And if so, if not, why not? This thing isn't running. Because it's not powered, is that right? No, it is powered. Is there a reason it's not running? Pipe blocked. What's the pipe blocked with? Did that need a bit more water in it or something? Is that just lost a little bit over time? Or does it need a bit less? I'm sure I just saw that run for a second then. You know what? It might actually not have any carbon dioxide down here anymore. That might be the issue. Yeah, that is the issue. The carbon dioxide is gone. What have we got down here instead? We've got quite a lot of chlorine that's gathered. Because we've got rid of almost all of the carbon dioxide. Okay, well that's easy to deal with. We just move this whole setup down there. But for now, I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to rush into sorting that out when I don't need to. Are we up and running yet? Come on, man. Build my pipe. That's all I ask you to do. Excuse me. Sorry for coughing directly into the microphone. Quite a lot of work for him to do up here. I should have built that pipe out of the igneous rock as well, actually, but you live and learn, hey. Something has melted. Oh, there's ice up here. That's why they need to really sweep that up relatively soon. Sweep it away. That's going to need to be mopped, otherwise we're going to have water falling down to the base, which we're going to have anyway. At least there's a little dip here for it to drop into, and then it might spill across there a little bit. Is the electrolyzer working? Yes, it's running. Okay, perfect. Choose a blueprint. We've got some metal there. Print that. Kira package. Ice biomes melting, gets messy. Yeah, luckily it's not the actual biome, it's just stuff that I've cut out of there. Okay, cool. We've got oxygen and hydrogen. So this is the hydrogen floating up through the base. The only downside is that I think that's hydrogen. Oh, no, it's carbon dioxide, actually. In fact, you know, the easier way to do this is to look at it like that. Yeah, the hydrogen's going up. See, a little bit floated through the bedroom there. But I'm hoping it doesn't get stuck. So the way to do that might be to change these for solid doors. Maybe the bottom ones at least. Well, we'll have one there. That'll be the first electrolyzer. We'll put the second one up high. We'll put the second one where those are. I'm pretty sure I'll be okay. And I don't mind if there's a little bit of hydrogen here and there. It's no big issue. But yes, look at this. Look at this. It's all floating off up there. That's ideal. Better pop them from the top if possible. Ice biomes, yeah. Agreed. There you go. Let's a little bit of water out, but then I should be able to get a mop on it down here. No, it says there's too much still. Whatever. I'll figure something out shortly. Right now it's a hydrogen game. So, how much oxygen do these produce? 500 grams per second. And the electrolyzer produces 888 grams per second. So, I think we can deconstruct these now. They can go. Go. And I'm going to put the electrolyzer. I'm going to put it... it's an oxygen, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, there. So I thought, well, at least the hydrogen can travel up the one side then. That way if I want to build a couple of rooms in here, I'm not necessarily going to end up with massive hydrogen traps. I can always leave them with a solid floor in front and then airflow from underneath, from the top. Because the hydrogen's obviously not going to fall in any circumstances. At least it shouldn't. Yeah, the potential load on this wire at the moment is only 480 now we got rid of all that stuff. So we can easily hook another electrolyzer up to this system. Like that. We're going to need to find that pipe that we plumbed into the first one. And work out a way to pull it up to the top. It's got to be insulated. Yeah, so the heat. That's what we're going to look at, wasn't it? So, this is kicking out a bit of heat. But it shouldn't really affect the heat in the base. So it's going to get a little bit hot around there. But it shouldn't affect the temperature up here with these plants or anything like that. That gas should just be... I mean, let's find the point where the heat kind of stops. So there's airflow tiles here. So, I mean, right here it's coming out a bit warm. Like 37 degrees, something like that. 38 degrees. Here it's gone down to 27. Then down here we're down to, like, once we get to the top of this room here, we're down to 24 degrees there and around. So we'll keep an eye on that. If that starts getting hotter, we'll know we need to do something else. Airflow is blocked from the trim work. Better pop. Airflow is blocked from the trim work. Oh, the crown moulding. Does that actually stop the airflow? Is that what you mean? This stuff here? It looks like it is doing that. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh no, it did go through, just slowly. I don't think it will heat up quick. So I've got these pipes running across here. And in that pipe, you've got 23 degrees Celsius water. And that pipe. But it's running fast. We'll keep an eye on it. And I've got my refrigeration plan here as well. So, okay, that's now pumping hydrogen back. Okay, let's get a look at this. Because this is cool. And oxygen. We didn't really want it to pump oxygen into the hydrogen generator. That is because I'd seen a plan. That's why this has happened. Let's have a quick look at the gas overlay. Yeah, so there's too much... we'll shut this down for a second, actually. Where's that plumbed in? Let me have a look. Electrics. We'll bang a switch just there. Power switch there. Just turn that off for a minute to let it build up. Put the temperature plates behind the radiant pipe. Temp shift plates. Temperature shift plates. Make one touch the electrolyzer. Right, let's have a quick look at the temperature again. See, it's still cool up there. That's not going to spread any further because of the pipes. I don't reckon. And I'm going to cool this down even more soon. We actually need to sort some of this out. Looking at this. That needs to be turned off to start with. That needs to be switched back to... I need to automate all this soon. That needs to be switched back to Visco Gel. And then that can be turned on as soon as that's done. What was I doing? I paused it all for some reason. Oh yeah, I wanted to turn this off. Turn off. Because it's pumping oxygen down. I'm worried that's going to jam up the hydrogen generator. Which it has. Yeah. No power wire connected. I'm not sure. Does it kick... heavy watt wire. We'll make it out of this stuff. Does it boot the oxygen out? If some of the cold pipe touches the electrolyzer, it will cool. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm going to try and work on. If this oxygen gets pumped into the electrolyzer, because obviously it's about to happen, along with hydrogen, is that gonna jam the pipe, or will it just kick the oxygen back out? Probably needed a filter on, didn't I? Well, what I didn't want to do was have a filter, so the plan was to have like a sensor here that would disconnect this thing. Use the automation. I'd seen it done on someone's video, and it looked like a cool idea. So I was going to copy them. That's turned off now, so why is that pumping gas if there's no... It's just gravity pulling it down. Alright. So we'll let the hydrogen build up a bit now anyway. And finish actually pulling this pipe up. I didn't do that, did I? Right. I keep getting distracted. Insulated pipe. So I can take it up here. This is probably the way. That's a water pipe there, so we need to jump that. What even is that? Oh, right, it's the waste pipe. Okay, cool. We'll build a bridge. Liquid bridge. White is in, green is out. More insulated pipe up to that. And then simply up there into there. Done. Got to walk to the store. Back in a bit. See you in a bit, mate. Filter at the top. Yeah, the filter at the top. Damage the machine. No power going to this stuff here. Alright, it's turned off, that's why. Okay, and turn that on. Yeah, that's a problem. We need to turn that on pretty quick and start getting rid of that water. Yeah, something's gone wrong here. We must have been storing water somewhere. It's melted. Must have been accidentally storing ice. I bet we did. I bet we were storing ice in one of these things. I didn't turn it off. Liquefiable. Ice! Damn it. Copy settings. Storing liquefiable materials in there. Stupid. There's so much of it's melted. Okay, this has put us in a right mess. Let's, you know what? We'll load him. We'll load him. 57. It's a while. But if we can prevent that from happening, It'll be much better. Okay, right. Before it all went horribly wrong, we turned that off. We turned that on. This had already started melting. Okay, we turn liquefiable off and copy the settings to every one of these things here. Okay, copy those. We start to mop up here. Okay. This is accessible. Actually, it's not accessible, but it will be. Put those ladders in like that and make it priority 9. Actually, I'm going to make it priority 5, but up the priority on that particular bit of building to 9, please. Just for now. That can store a liquefiable ice. Not polluted ice and not snow, please. We just want ice in there. Copy settings into that one. Okay. And that'll be good because when that ice melts, it'll fill like that. Right. Okay. Next, we're going to press play. The ice is going to get dumped out and we're going to need to do a priority sweep, yeah? The ice should be getting dumped out of there. Unless they were busy putting more ice in. Possibly. Where did the ice go? No, yeah, that is a block of ice there, I think. Yeah, there's ice there, right. Sweep that up very quickly, please. There's like a 7. Sweep this area. Okay, we want that ice moving down into here immediately. Okay. Storage containers are almost completely full. Okay, bit of ice in there. So once that... Yeah, that'll be good. Right. Yeah, we got that on properly, yeah? Okay, that's all good. Start pumping some of that out of there into there so it doesn't overflow. Get that work done. This is supposed to be off. Have they even finished it yet? Yeah, we don't want that to be running just yet, so put a switch in that. This is what we didn't get around to doing before. That can be turned off as soon as it's built. This is not wired in, but it needs to be. So we get some heavy watt wire of that variety. Like that. And same again. Okay. But yeah, that needs to be turned off, really. Turn off. Okay. Right. It's looking a lot better now. So, we're going to need a pipe going, because we didn't finish that before we reloaded. We've got the right type of pipe selected. We're going to bring it probably over there like that. Up this ladder. It's got to jump over there. Like that. Take it further. There. And we'll go over the top. Because I actually intended to bring that water. I want to change that water pipe, right? Yeah, we'll do that now because we may as well. So liquid pipe, I wanted to bring that over the top like that. Yeah, I might as well take it up there if we can. Bring that across there. Oh my god. Look at that. Okay, we're going to have to cancel a lot of stuff here. Okay. There's nothing up here that needs to be built. Okay, cool. Right, enough of that glitch, please. Let's get serious. Let's get down to business. Liquid pipe. So this is the pipe that's not going to